All right. Check, check.
It's Baig of Tricks trivia time. Grab your friends and play it online. With Ali and Gina, Untitled just for you. It's Baig of Tricks trivia time, and we're feeling alright. Okay, come on, let's play.
All right, good evening. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday night, just past 7 o'clock. You still have the sound on? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ali with Baig of Tricks Entertainment. We are going to get trivia started here in just a few minutes. We're going to give people time to join before we start the actual competition. So if this is your first time playing, make sure that in addition to having this video up, so you want to see and you want to hear me on YouTube, but then you also want to join our online game. The easiest way to do this for most people is to join the YouTube stream on your computer and then actually play the game from your phone. So you could be watching, listening to the video, and then actually play the game separately from your phone. If there are many of you there in your household, you could just throw the video up on one screen and you can all play individually from your phones. So that's one fun thing about this, but if you haven't done it before, it always takes just a second to figure out in the beginning. So that's the time we give you right now. You can see down at the bottom, there is a link rotating on the screen right now. If you want to play, you just go to online.baigoftricks.com, hit enter, and then it'll ask you for a game code. The code you're looking for tonight is TRICKS4, TRICKS 4. If you enter that code in, it will take you to a screen that looks like this. I'm going to throw it up here so you can see. So once you're here, it'll ask you for your name and the state that you're playing from. And once you do that and you see this screen, you are good to go. That just means that the game hasn't started yet. It's just waiting for me to click the start button. So once you see this screen, again, ideally from your phone or from your computer, you can play either way. If you're new to this and you haven't, we also have an online community, the Baig of Tricks online community. It's just for fun. It's for individuals to share, continue the comments and the conversations that we start here online, because you can chat with each other in the chat box on YouTube. I think it's over here somewhere. Shout out to Brad S., who did post a little explanation, I believe, in the online community last night. For those of you that would like to play just from your computer without your phone, he showed a pretty easy way to do that from a Windows computer. So thank you, Brad, for doing that. If you are on a Windows computer and you don't want to use your phone, he posted a pretty simple explanation. So with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the game here in just a few more minutes. I'm watching the counter here, and people are still joining. So typically what I do is once we see that slow down, once that stops going up, I get the game started, but definitely no later than 7:10 p.m. Central Time. We are here in Illinois. So once again, guys, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. This is only our first trivia event of tonight. We will be doing this general knowledge trivia, and then we will have another trivia event tonight at 9 p.m. Central, and that will be 1980s pop culture trivia. 1980s pop culture trivia, all your favorite music, movies, TV shows, and random stuff that happened in the 80s. That's coming up at 9 o'clock Central. Tonight's event, this one right now, is sponsored by Elmhurst Brewing Company. You can see it down there. I'm also virtually in Elmhurst Brewing Company. Unfortunately, obviously, we can't do this live from Elmhurst Brewing Company. I would love to just be there with you all. But since we can't, they've done the next best thing, and they've sponsored these online events. So the winner of tonight's competition will actually take home virtually a $25 gift card to Elmhurst Brewing. So if you've never checked them out, they make absolutely delicious beer and fantastic food. They are open for curbside carryout and delivery if you're in the area. So even if you've never been and you don't win tonight, please support them for showing us this love and allowing us to give out prizes. Give them a like on Facebook, send them a message. Hey, listen, we saw you on Baig of Tricks, and we really appreciate what you guys are doing, because I know that means a lot to me that they're doing this, and I'm sure they would like the feedback as well. So thank you to Elmhurst Brewing. We do have a gift card for the top person tonight. Because of that, guys, there is one rule when we play trivia: don't cheat. Anything you answer, any answer you send in needs to come out of somebody's brain. So it could be your brain or the person sitting next to you. You can play as a team, or you can team up virtually via Zoom or Skype or FaceTime, whatever. You can play with your friends as a team, just like if you're at the bar. But the only thing you cannot and should not do is Google an answer. You shouldn't look it up and then send that in. That is just cheating, guys, and we don't want that. We're here to have a good time. We're putting these events on for free, and they're giving out a gift card. So don't ruin that for everybody by cheating. Other than that, we keep it pretty simple. I'll explain how the game works when we flip over. But before we do, a few events coming up this week. I told you about 80s Trivia tonight at 9. And then Friday and Saturday, we have fundraising events. So if you've been following us since all of this started, we've done more than a few events to raise funds for good causes. This weekend's actually special in the fact that we have 2 fundraising events, one on Friday night and one on Saturday night. And you don't have to buy a ticket to participate. So unlike the ones we've done before, both of these events are completely open to the public. And when we host, instead of seeing my info down here for Baig of Tricks, we won't be asking for donations to Baig of Tricks. We will only be asking for donations to the organizations that we are supporting. On Friday, it's an organization out of Downers Grove called The Harbor. On Saturday, an organization out of Chicago called Pause. So we just posted some information about both of those. You can find all of that on the Baig of Tricks Entertainment Facebook page. Please do join us. There's great prizes for those. There's raffle prizes during the Pause event as well. So check that out ahead of time, because you can, even though it's free to play, you can donate to be entered into a raffle, and they're giving away some awesome prizes. So do check that out. Help us support some great causes during these crazy times. With all of that out of the way, thank you to everybody that has already supported Baig of Tricks, whether it's just online with liking, commenting, sharing on Facebook, or those of you that have donated financially. We really appreciate it. It means the world to us. It's what allows us to keep putting these events on. Like I've said, we still have yet to charge for a public event like this, and I don't plan to, based on how well you guys have been donating over the last 7 weeks. It really means the world to us. And again, it allows us to do this. So we really appreciate it. If you feel so inclined and if you're able to, we are accepting donations at any of the links down below: Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle, quick pay if you will. If you have donated or you do tonight, you'll be entered into a raffle. One person each week is chosen and gets to select one of the themed or general knowledge trivia nights we do next week. Last night we just did the one that Maggie chose. We did a general knowledge trivia night with a bunch of her favorite categories. It was an absolute blast. If your name is chosen, you could choose to do that next week, or you could ask us to do trivia over your favorite show. If you're a fan of Friends, we just did Friends trivia on Tuesday, but if you want it again next week and you win, we'll do it. On the flip side, if you're a fan of a very obscure show that we probably would never do trivia over, and you win, you can ask us to do that, and we'll do it for you. So thank you guys so much for all those donations. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Jacob, who just donated right now. We really appreciate it. Before I go any further, I'm here in front of the camera. We also have resident house pup Taco already asleep on his chair, and my fiance Gina is behind the keyboard, so please show her some love. Give her a big old thank you, virtual high five in the chat box. Anything before we get started? Sounds like it.
Donations reset each week, right? Like Chris asked, if we donated, does our name stay in the raffle or is it reset?
Chris, so what I think I'm going to start doing, and I'm glad you asked that. Let me go back to me really quick. Not there. I'm glad you asked that. What I think I'm going to start doing is we do every week, and I reset it to make it fair to the people who have just donated, but I think I'm going to also do a monthly drawing. I was actually just thinking that over earlier today, and I think that's how I'm going to handle it, because I want everyone to be, have as many chances as possible. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a weekly drawing for the people that have donated that week, and then we'll do a monthly drawing, and it may be a different type. Maybe you get to choose a special event. I haven't decided what you win, but I want to reward you guys in another way. So yes, even if you didn't win this week, if you've donated any time in the past, we will be doing something else with all of those donations. So thank you for asking. All right, we are here. We're going to start trivia. Before we do, just one more reminder. You can see it on the screen here still. If you want to play, you're not answering on YouTube. You're not going to answer in the comments or the chat box here. You'll actually play via our interactive online trivia platform. It's online.baigoftricks.com. The code is tricks4. I'm just going to wait one more second to see if we get any more people in. If you donate on PayPal, it comes through with your email address, I'm pretty sure. So I'll just reach out to you via your email address. If you donate on Venmo, I think I can just send you a message. So I've had ways of contacting. And same thing with QuickPay. I believe it comes through with your email address. All right, I think we're good to go. So again, if this is your first time playing, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. How it works, I'll be asking you questions. You'll hear them. You'll see them over the live stream, but you'll answer via the online interactive trivia platform. The first round of questions are multiple choice. So what that means is I will ask one question. You will see 4 answers pop up on your screen once I start the timer. Every question has a 30-second timer. So you have 30 seconds to submit your answer. For multiple choice, it's always going to be either A, B, C, or D. One of them is always correct. If you select the right answer, you earn up to a maximum of 150 points. It's up to a maximum because for the multiple choice questions, we reward those of you who answer quickly. If you get your answer in 5 seconds after the timer starts and you are correct, and somebody else submits an answer 15 seconds after the timer starts and they're correct, you're going to earn more points than they do since you answered quicker. That is only the case for the multiple choice. I'll explain when that changes later. But I want you to know that because there is a little bit of strategy here. You want to answer as quickly as you can, but be careful if you click the wrong answer because you're just going crazy trying to click something quickly, you can't undo it. So you don't want to just wildly slap at an answer. You do want to make sure you see them and choose the right one because if you click B and then you realize, oh shoot, it's C, you can't undo it. That's it, guys. That's it for multiple choice, how it works. We're going to dive in. You will actually get a practice question. So if you've never played with us, this first one doesn't count for points. It is just there to teach you how the system works. So we're going to dive in. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're very excited to be doing this and excited that so many of you joined us. We have about 90 people on here right now. We'll see how many are actually out there once we go through the first question. Cheers.
Practice question.
All right, here we go. Once again, you won't see the answers pop up until I start the timer. Practice question. What is the name of your host tonight? We're talking about me, the guy asking you the questions right now. What is my name? Is it Ali, Isaac, Zach, or Taylor? Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Jessica, Janine, Kim. Thank you all for the donations. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Even if you haven't donated, guys, don't think that I don't appreciate you too. I'm happy for every single person that joins us. You're the reason we do this. Well, at least those of you who didn't put the right name guessed my favorite member of Hanson. So what was my name? A lot of you correctly said Ali, 57 of you to be specific. 3 of you said Taylor, the lead singer of Hanson. 4 of you said Zach, the youngest brother, the drummer, and my favorite. You were wrong, but I appreciate you guessing Zach. Nobody thought I was the oldest Isaac. Cool dude, though. All right, so that's how it works, everyone. Now you know how multiple choice works. The rest of the questions count for points, so make sure you're answering as quickly as you can without clicking the wrong button. So here we go. Moving on to question number 2. Originally imported to Japan from China, what dish's name is Japanese for pulled noodles? Which of the following dishes' names translates or means in Japanese pulled noodles? Is it tempura, sushi, sashimi, or ramen? Heads up, I think I was hungry writing questions today because I think there's like 4 or 5 food questions. And that's how you know what was on my mind, by the questions that we're seeing. All right, everybody getting in. Brian, Maggie, Addison, welcome. Christiane, yes. Bop. Yes, Kevin, that was just because you don't like them. My maiden name is on here. Oh, yeah, you're good, Jessica. Getting sushi for lunch tomorrow, Charles. Where from?
We haven't had sushi in a really
We haven't
long
had sushi
time.
in a really long time, since we moved to Lockwood. The correct answer here is a social, and it is ramen. Ramen, Japanese, originally from China, Japanese meaning pulled noodles. So cheers if this is your first time. Anytime you guys do really well answering a question, I offer up a social or a sociable or Koli Maluna. That just means cheers to you. Congratulations for doing so well. You gave us a reason to drink. You don't have to drink. This is completely optional. All right, here we go. Looks cool. Question number 3. What color is the 6 ball in a standard billiard set? What color is the 6 ball in a standard billiard set? Is it orange, green, purple, or blue? I apologize. I always mean to change the colors of the answers because I can do that. I just forget. So like I would rather have had orange be orange and had purple be purple and blue be blue.
They're smart.
Yeah, you guys are smart. You'll do okay. But I'm not trying to throw you all for a head spin. Hey, Nicole Selig.
How'd you drink?
Delicious. I have a White Russian tonight. Well, a White Russian with creme de cacao. So it's delicious. All right. This anytime I do billiard balls questions, it's never a social. I don't think we've ever had a social.
Difficult, I think.
Yeah, I think if I asked what
I
color
don't
the
know
8
that.
ball was, people would get it.
What color's the cue ball?
White. The correct answer here is green. 6 ball is green. Good job. 39 of you who knew that. Congratulations. Here we go. Question 4. Which of the following record companies signed Elvis Presley's first record deal in 1954? So which of these record companies signed Elvis Presley's first record deal in 1954? Is it MGM Records, Sun Records, RCA Records, or Motown Records? Charles, you have a pool table and you didn't go look. Wait a second. Oh no, there's a drinking game based on something I'm saying, I bet.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'll get too conscious about it.
I'm gonna try to figure
You can tell Gina, but not in the comments because I'll see you.
it out. Oh, cool. Chris, we went on this tour in Nashville.
Oh, nice. The correct answer here,
Very
well,
cool.
34 of you said Sun, 24 of you said RCA, 9 said Motown. 34 of you were correct. Sun Records. Sun Records signed Elvis' first record deal back in 1954. Oh. What is sometimes I try doing an Elvis impression, but I sound like something else. I don't remember. It'll come up. Cool story, bro. All right, question 5. What TV sitcom followed the life of Lia Lemon, a writer for the fictional sketch comedy show TGS with Tracy Jordan? Which of these followed the life of Lia Lemon? Was it 30 Rock, The Office, Arrested Development, or Community? Jeff D, we drink every time waterboarders are mentioned. That's fair. You guys didn't struggle here. 63.
Oh, you slammed.
Yeah, 88% of you said 30 Rock. We'll call it social. Cheers, everybody. What if we got all excited about their secret drinking game and it turns out it was just they drink whenever I call a social? Just kidding. All right, we'll look at the standings for the first time First, second, and third place will be on the top of the screen. Everybody else will rotate through, so check it out. You'll see your team name up there somewhere. Jeff D, speaking of, and we have a household atop the leaderboard.
Wow.
Jeff, Jen, and Tommy, may I see your manager, rocking and rolling. Jen and Tommy with the exact same number of points. Jeff just ahead of them, 9 points in front. Everybody else rotating through. I want to look at these. Oliver's Humans. Hey, Miss LaRocca. Hey, Alvin Sakura. So happy to see you out here. Hey, Olivia. Welcome back. Ramanda. Kevin Flug. I see you. Missy D. Welcome back. A poo-poo and a pee-pee is here. My favorite team name. A poo-poo and a pee-pee. I also do like a lot of these team names. Jamie Mad. What's up? Dishonor on your cow. Hoping to not suck as badly as yesterday. In 17th place right now. Good job. I need a haircut. Hey, reach out to my friend Kevin. He knows someone. Tacos Party, people. Love that team name. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so you guys will see these. I'll let it go all the way through one more time, and then we'll move on to the second set of multiple choice questions. They're worth the same, a maximum of 150 points apiece. But as you can see here, you're earning points based on how quickly you answer. So do click it as quickly as you can. Here we go. Question number 6. Everybody's favorite actress, Twilight star, Kristen, that should say Stewart. Twilight star, Stewart. Who's out there? Isn't Lindsay Davis watching Letterkenny or Amy? Somebody's watching Letterkenny for the first time. Stewart. Twilight star Kristen Stewart made her film debut in what 2002 home invasion thriller playing Jodie Foster's daughter? Was it Panic Room, Signs, Murder by Numbers, or Enough?
Stewart. Nicole, I bet Taco in real life once.
Where did you meet Taco in real life once? Who was this, Nicole?
Uh-huh.
Was it at Pollyanna? Altar Brewing?
Lindsay has 2 seasons to go.
Yes, Lindsay. It's good.
That's Pollyanna.
It's all good.
Guys, we're going to bring him out on a brewery tour.
Yeah, Taco's going to make the rounds.
Once we are allowed to.
You guys didn't struggle here. This is a social. Good job. 93% of you. Panic Room. Panic Room. Cheers, everybody. My White Russian's almost gone. That's not good. Got 2 trivias tonight. All right. Question number 7.
Nothing you haven't done before.
Yeah, true. Eggs Benedict. I've had, this is the second Donald Duck gif of the night already. Eggs Benedict traditionally consists of a muffin topped with poached egg, either Canadian bacon, for my Canadian friends out there, or bacon, and which type of sauce. So in summary, what is a traditional sauce you would find on Eggs Benedict? Is it pesto, bechamel, hollandaise, or marinara? I went Giada de Laurentiis there. Talk completely normal, and then just pull out the accent for any Italian-sounding word. Pesto, a pesto, a bechamel, hollandaise, marinara.
Jessica, spaghetti.
A spaghetti, yes.
Taco bar crawl.
Bar crawl with taco? Hell yeah.
See, he perked up.
He looked up a little and then went right back to sleep.
If you all bring T-R-E-A-T-S,
yeah,
it'll be fine.
Bring some T-R-E-A-T-S.
He knew what he was.
You can spell now. Let's see what you thought. Yeah, you guys know your breakfast food or your mother sauce is hollandaise. Correct answer, 97% of you. That's a social. Cheers, guys. We're kicking it off heavy tonight. Great job. Yep. I'll switch to something else after this. Question number 8. Talking about basketball. This will not be the last time we talk about basketball this evening. Which basketball legend holds the NBA record for scoring the most points in a single game? 100 points. Which basketball legend holds this record to this day? 100 points in a single game. Is it LeBron James, Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, or Wilt Chamberlain? Okay, I know. Sorry to everybody out there whose dogs are now barking. I know that happens, and there's nothing I can do about it. Hey, Taco, Okay.
Lindsay Davis, I blame the dog when I wrote on the couch with a Sharpie as a 4-year-old because the terrier could obviously spell my name.
He loved you that much. The correct answer here was the oldest option up there, 1962, I believe this happened. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, 59 of you got it right. Great job. Michael Jordan has gotten up there, not 100 points. I don't even know about LeBron or Steph Curry, and I only know Michael Jordan's just fresh in my mind because of The Last Dance. All right, question 9. In Greek mythology, which of the following individuals flew so close to the sun that the wax holding his wings on began to melt? He could fly because he had wings, but they melted off because he flew too close to the sun. What was his name? Was it Hercules, Remus, Icarus, or Romulus? Spaghetti. That would be amazeballs. Yeah, we did Broadway trivia, but there was not enough Hamilton in it for people. So we could just do a Hamilton trivia. But so that's something just to point back to what we talked about earlier. That will be on our list, depending on how long lockdown lasts. Hopefully not too long, but depending on how long it lasts, we'll get through the entire list. But if you want to make sure it happens, if we draw your name, you get to choose it. So just an idea of something like that you could choose. You guys know your Greek mythology to the tune of 90% of you answering Icarus, which is correct. That's a social. Cheers, everybody. Multiple choice gets us drunk. I think that's what it is. The multiple choice questions always get us drunk. It's tougher after this. All right, question 10. Beginning karate students are given a white belt. What color is the next belt that a student would earn? So you're given a white belt when you start karate. What color? Okay. What color is the next belt you would earn?
Scary.
Is it brown, green, orange, or yellow? All right, let's see what you thought. 6 of you said brown, 4 of you said green, 6 of you said orange, and 57 of you said yellow. Good job. 57 of you were correct. You get that yellow belt, and then I'm not sure. Orange, and then green? I don't know. I didn't do karate. I just knew this one. All right, question number 11. This is the final multiple choice question. So we'll do this one, and then we'll look at the standings. Final multiple choice question, number 11. Oh, this is question number 11, drink. All right, told you, talking about food again, and specifically Japanese again. What Japanese fermented soybean paste is typically eaten in a soup of the same name? What is the name of a Japanese fermented soybean paste? You find a commonly made soup. Is it soy, hoisin, miso, or wasabi? What? What's wrong? What you got? Oh, I know. All right. You gonna be good if I put you back on your chair?
Nope.
There you go. Remember day 2 of trivia when I just fudded them on the ground? Not far, but enough to make a noise by accident, and
Yes,
everybody heard it.
yes. Chris, I agree.
What?
Any of these names sound better than fermented soybean paste.
Yep, it's all marketing, man. It's all in the marketing. Hey guys, you want some fermented soybean paste soup? No. Hey guys, you want some miso soup? Hell yeah. See, it's that easy. Miso is the correct answer, and only one person put wasabi. So that's like a social, a double social, almost. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
There's my drink. All right, that's the end of the multiple choice round, which means I will flip it over to Taco, and then we will look at the standings. This is where you are at after the first 10 questions that have counted for points, plus the practice question, which did not. After this, the format switches, so hang tight. I'll explain how it works. But here we go. First, second, and third on the top. Everybody else rotates through. We still have the same three at the top, but they have moved around. Jeff D did not move, but may I see your manager up into second. Now 1 point ahead of Jen Widener. I see Taco's Party People up a little bit there into 22nd. Dishonor on your cow. Hoping not to suck as badly as yesterday. Chuck, the Brainiacs, Alvin Segura, Brian, Alan Buford the third, Jesse, Missy D, Miss Laraka, Jay, Jacob, Jay Schmidt. I love that. A poo-poo and a pee-pee. All right. So I guess instead of just staring at these team names, I should get the next round ready to go.
This loves me.
So here's how it works, everybody. If this is your first time playing, you definitely want to listen up right now. We are out of multiple choice questions. So we are now going to switch over to a different format. We're not leaving this game. All that's going to change is when I start the timer for the question, instead of seeing 4 answers pop up, you're going to see a text box open up, and you'll have to type in the answer all on your own. So some of these questions might be simple, some of them will be tough, but all of them will be tougher than the last round we did, just based on the fact that you can no longer guess and be right 25% of the time. You have to submit your own answer. You do not lose points if you're wrong, so don't leave it blank. Don't just not submit anything. Nothing gained by that. You do still have a 30-second timer, and I've made it now so that no matter when you submit your answer, you earn the full amount of points. So the next 10 questions are worth 200 points each. If you submit an answer and you're correct, before the timer runs out, you're going to earn 200 points. So for the next 10 questions, you either earn 200 or you earn 0. There's nothing in between. Because of that, please take your time and spell your answers correctly. If you spell it right, the computer automatically gives you points. If you spell it wrong, I have to go through and check to see if you deserve points because you were close. But I am human. Sometimes I miss them. So do yourself a favor and just take your time. Spell the answers to the best of your ability. The last thing, this is just a tip. This is a best practice. Treat the timer like it runs out with 5 seconds left. Because this is the internet and because it's unpredictable, if you wait until there's only 1 second left on your timer and then you submit your answer, it may not be counted at all. That's not a promise. I'm not saying that it won't work. But if you get your answer in with at least 5 seconds left, you're giving yourself the best chance of your answer actually being submitted and being counted. So that's it, guys. If you're still not sure how this works, you'll figure it out quickly once we move over to the first question. The next 5 questions are a mini bonus round. All that means is these next 5 questions all come from the same category. So one category, 5 unique questions. We are doing some geography trivia. I've been pretty pop culture heavy in these mini rounds for the last week, so I switched it up for both of our mini rounds tonight. This round, we are doing geography in the form of capital cities of countries, not U.S. states. I'm not looking for the capital of Illinois or the capital of California. I'm going to give you the name of a country, and I need you to give me the name of its capital city. All right? Question? I do need another drink. In a second. Did you open bubbly for that? Or no, you did a... Nah, I'll figure it out. So 5 questions. World capital cities. I'm going to give you the name of the country. Some of these are pretty simple. Some of them are going to challenge you a little bit, but they're all worth 200 points. So take your time. Spell it right. Here is the first one. You'll see the question, but you won't be able to type until I start the timer. And then you have 30 seconds to get it in. Name the capital city of this country. Ireland. What is the capital city of Ireland? Ireland. What is the capital city? Been watching Boardwalk Empire. A lot of Ireland in there. If it's easy, I would do one more of these. Please and thank you. Thanks, darling. Any birds out there? We set up 3 bird feeders yesterday. 2 bird seed and 1 hummingbird feeder. Getting a little bit done around the house. Oh, look at this. So every single person who actually submitted an answer got this one right. If you submitted an answer, you got it right. Great job. It says 69%, but I'm assuming that means some of you didn't get answers in, is my guess, because I don't have anything back here that did not count. So good job. Here we go. Same category, new country. Name the capital city of this country. China. What is the capital city of China?
Why did you attempt this?
Well, it's not that bad. Yeah.
I don't know if I could spell it. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong answer, which I very well could be.
Let's see. Let's find out.
Shall we?
All right. So if this is your first time playing right now, I am just seeing all of the answers that you sent in, and I'm just checking for any misspelled ones. So like I said, the better you guys do at spelling, the less time this takes, and you guys are doing very well so far.
You see Jen's turn.
I didn't see any comments. Jen Sterna, fermented soybean paste. Oh.
No,
My husband thought you said Iceland, and he was trying so hard. I didn't know. I'm not that mean tonight. We are not going to have Iceland pop up. Don't worry. The correct answer here, as many of you did know, 81% of you, Beijing. Beijing. The correct answer here, the capital city of China. Good job, good job, good job. Moving on, question 14, looking for the capital of this country. What is the capital city of Colombia? What is the capital city? I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, okay, I fixed it. At least I caught it. What is the capital city of Colombia? Once again, I hope that I don't even have to say this, but keep it fair and honest, guys. Don't Google these. Don't ask your electronic assistants there sitting next to you for these answers. We're doing this to have fun, so help us keep it fun by keeping it fair and honest.
honesty is fun.
Mm-hmm. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Jamaica, Peru.
I love Yakko.
Yeah, Yakko was.
I'm sure Wacko was your favorite.
Wacko was my
Of
favorite.
course he was.
How'd you know?
Someone stole my chair.
Katniss.
Oh, Peking is the old name for Beijing, and someone said.
Ooh, okay, I might take that. I'll give it some thought. Good guesses here. The correct answer is Bogota. Bogota. So again, if this is your first time, if you don't see your answer up there, if you spelled Bogota differently than what you see, but you don't see your answer, that means I marked it right. It just groups it all together. So however you spelled it, as long as it sounded like Bogota, you got points. Here we go. Question 15. Name the capital city of this country. Belgium. Belgium. What is the capital city?
There's somewhere I'd like to go.
Yeah. I have a friend who lives in Belgium.
Steph went there when she left.
Oh, I believe it.
Thought we got some beer.
All right, everybody's in. Everybody's in. 2 people. Man, you guys are as hungry as I was when I was writing these questions. Just looking at your answers. I'll throw them up. So, the correct answer is Brussels. Brussels sprouts. Brussels, the correct answer. But we had guesses for waffles, chocolate, and French toast. So great job. Great job. We only have one more of these, guys. If you're not a geography fan, you've made it. We just have one more, which is this. Question 16. Name the capital city of this country. Chile, or Chile. What is the capital city of Chile?
Someone for the Belgian answer, but Hercule Poirot, which is a detective in the Agatha Christie novels. Oh, that was me. Yay, baby.
Oh, nice. I like that 3 people guessed coffee beans as the capital of Colombia. Yes, Chris. That's what... Are those Colombian, right? See my beans that I have? It's Colombian. I have a 25-pound bag of unroasted coffee beans on the counter right here, right next to Taco from Colombia.
I'm
Yes,
assuming, yeah,
Chris. Okay. If you put Brussels, you got points. However you spelled it. Yep.
Too many potatoes in Belgium.
Yeah, eat more frites. Eat more
Oh,
frites.
steak frites. Canada too on the potato front.
Oh, give me some
America
poutine.
doesn't need to eat more potatoes. So
Yeah.
we'll never be fast.
You people are hungry. Many of you knew this. 66% of you said Santiago, which is correct. But 2 of you said Lima. That's the capital of Peru. But then 2 people said beans, chili beans. 1 person said powder. Somebody said with beans. Somebody said pepper, cheese, baby back ribs. Down at the bottom. Speaking at the bottom, that's a Santiago. That was almost spelled right. So you got points. All right, that's the end of this mini bonus round. So let's take a look at the standings, see where you are. Jeff, may I see your manager? And Jen still atop the boards. But everyone is far down right now as 21st. No, I'm going to keep looking. As far down as 22nd place is less than 200 points out. That means you're 1 question away from being in first place. This is still absolutely anybody's game. We are only just now officially halfway through. We have 5 more questions that will come in the form of 1 more mini bonus round. This one's a picture round. That's coming up next, the next 5 questions. And then we have 10 random difficult trivia questions. And I will say, I'm going to glance really quick at my question list. I'm pretty sure I think I stepped it up a little bit tonight. I think tonight's tougher than the last few we've done when we get to the final 10 questions. So I always say this, but I mean it especially tonight. Don't give up hope if you're not in first, second, and third. But Jeff, may I see your manager? And Jen, keep hope because you are on top of the leaderboard and you can hold it up if you just keep up the good answers. Here we go. The next 5 questions, everybody, are 1 more. This is our final mini bonus round. I call it a mini bonus round because we do bonus rounds like this in the bars and the restaurants, but they're typically 10 questions long. So I'm not going to put you guys through a 10-question bonus round. We're doing mini bonus rounds, and we do 2. The first one was geography. This one, some sports. If you're out there going, wait a second, Ali doesn't know sports. You're right. I really don't. But I research well. So this is a fun one. This is a picture round, and it is about sports. If you were listening closely earlier, I said that Wilt Chamberlain question would not be the only time that we talk about basketball. And this is why the picture round tonight is about basketball, specifically the NBA. I am going to show you, if you're an NBA fan, I don't think you're going to struggle. So don't freak out. I'm going to show you a logo of an NBA team with any identifying words removed. So it is just the graphic of the logo. There are no words in it. You have to tell me what NBA team the logo is from. So some of these may be easy, some of them may be tough. If I did this myself when I was looking through, I created this round a long time ago, and I tested myself, and I knew 4 out of 5. And like I said, I only know basketball because The Last Dance is on right now. So we'll see how you guys do, though. I don't want to talk it up too much, and then everybody fails. Here we go. So it's the same exact format, except now there's going to be a picture. And you're going to type in the team name. So I'm going to start the timer pretty quickly. Name the NBA team with this logo. Name the NBA team with this logo. Ideally, I'm looking for the entire name, right? So the city and the state, and the city or the state and the name of the team. But if you just give me the name of the team, that's okay. for I'm pretty sure all of these that'll be just fine. There's not going to be anything that conflicts. All right, everybody's in. And just off the cuff, it looks like you guys did very well with this one. I do think this is the easiest one in the round. So here's how I'm going to grade it. I didn't anticipate this as much. Here's how I'm going to grade it. You need to give me the team name. Don't be so concerned with the city. Yeah, I'm looking for the team name. If you just give me the city, that won't get you points. If you give me the team name without the city, you get points. If you give me just the team name or the team name with the city, you're going to get points. As long as you write down, I'll give you an example here. Even if you misspelled the city, what I'm looking for here is the name of the team. So as long as you told me that the correct answer here is the Spurs. The Spurs is what I'm looking for. If you wrote San Antonio, congrats, that's great. But what I'm communicating is you just need the name of the team, the mascot, not the mascot, but the actual team name, not so much the city or the state. So here we go. Question 18. Name the NBA team with this logo. And I'm going to change this really quick. All right. Name the NBA team with this logo. I will say, like, 10-year-old me would have known this with all my basketball cards. But again, that just goes right back to 10-year-old me, who's right smack in the middle of repeating the three-peating with the Bulls. The only time I've ever been interested in basketball. Great sport. I'm not downing on anyone that likes it. I'm just, at my core, not a sports guy. I can watch any game. I can get into it. Gina's seen me in bars yelling like I've been a fan of a team for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So some of you just here spelled something a little bit wrong, so I'm just marking it right. All right, everybody's in. Correct answer here is the Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers is perfectly fine, but I did change it, so it's just going to show you the team name, so there's no confusion. The Trailblazers is all you needed. If you put Portland Trailblazers, you did get points. But this is not the Pistons or the Sixers or the Ugly Ducks. So here we go. Question 19. Name the team, the NBA team, with this logo. How would you do it this round, Gina?
I would 0.
Lindsay, this is going significantly worse. Yes. That's how it happens sometimes. Jen, that's fine. Yeah, if you just put the name of the team, that is fine. Kelly, it won't tell you on your phone if I've marked it correct. But if I'm telling you over, that's why we do this with the YouTube stream, because this system is not perfect. If you misspell it one letter, or if you typed Trailblazers as 2 words and I had it as 1, I gave you points, but your phone won't update that. That's just a limitation of this system. They're working on it. They're updating the system daily. Yes, that's fine. It will tell you that you're wrong because I originally had San Antonio Spurs in. That is why it will tell you that you're wrong, but you got points. All right, marking a few of these correct. Correct answer here again. I accepted it if you gave me the name of the in this case, city. The Raptors, the Toronto Raptors is the correct answer here. Not the Timberwolves, not the Trailblazers, the Thrashers, Shadow Lords, sports. No, the Raptors. So again, I just want to beat this point home. If you wrote Toronto Raptors, you got points. Even though it doesn't say on your phone that it was right, you got points. As long as you put Raptors. Essentially, if you didn't put one of the answers that are marked red on the screen, you got points. Think of it that way. All right, question 20. Name the NBA team with this logo. Name the NBA team with the logo you see in this picture right here. All right. Sorry, internet hiccup. Correct answer here, the Kings. The Sacramento Kings is what we're looking for. So good job, over half of you. Final question of this round, our final basketball question is question 21. Name the NBA team with this logo. This is question 21, so it always takes just an extra second. Name the NBA team with this logo. So I left those words in, but they don't make a difference. What is the name of the NBA team that uses this logo? Once again, you don't have to give me the city or the state. What I am looking for is the actual name of the team. You have 30 seconds to provide that starting now. All right, everybody's in. I'm just checking a few of these. I can guess who one of these answers is from. The correct answer is the Hawks. The Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks was just fine. Somebody said, well, I'm not doing better than yesterday. I'm guessing that is team. I hope I do better than yesterday. But we'll see, guys. There's still 10 questions left, and they're worth 300 points apiece. So let me put the standings up. Let me see where you're at. I'm going to check a few things. I'm going to throw Taco up so you're not staring at my nostrils. Yeah, I am. Aaron, Law, I saw your comment. I'm looking at all of the answers right now. So one of the things that happens, make sure you're, and maybe you are, I'm not assuming here, this is just a suggestion. Make sure you're sending in your answers with more than a second or two left on your timer, because I have here that you got the Raptors and you got the Kings and I believe you got the Hawks, but it just tells me that you didn't submit an answer for the Spurs or the Trailblazers. It doesn't say that you submitted one and it was wrong. It tells me on my end that nothing came through. So again, I thankfully we haven't had to talk about this for a couple of events here, but unfortunately this is the internet. There's nothing that I can do from my end if it tells me that your answer wasn't submitted. My best suggestion is just refreshing your browser. If you're on your computer, closing the browser, opening back up, disconnect your Wi-Fi, reconnect. You may miss a question, but if your answers aren't going through, it'll be worth it. In a worst case scenario, restart your computer. These are just the things that we have to deal with during this lockdown period using this online system. Obviously, if we were in person, I'd just be collecting your answer sheets. There'd be no question about this. But unfortunately, this is the internet, and it has a mind of its own sometimes. So if it was just marking you wrong, even though you had the right answer, I could fix that. I promise you that I would, and I do. Pretty much every question for a lot of people. But if it tells me, like I see here, that it just says it just didn't get an answer from you, that just tends to be something with the internet. And to break it down as simply as possible, if everyone was having an issue, if nobody's answers came through, then I would restart my computer. I would restart our internet and then pick this game back up, because obviously that would be an issue on our end. But if most people's seems to be working and it just seems like yours isn't sending them, then that's why I always say try restarting your phone, try refreshing. That hopefully will fix the issue. All right, next round. There are 10 questions left. These are random general knowledge trivia questions. There were 300 points apiece, but the system is the same, so you will get 300 points if you're correct. You get no points if you're incorrect. That will not go up or down based on how quickly you answer. So just send in an answer. You still want to do it as quickly as you can, just because it's the internet. But take your time. Try to spell it right. Here we go. Question 22. Question 22. Invented. Here's my favorite GIF of the night. Invented in Schiller Park, Illinois, on April 6, 1930. What flavor was the Twinkies' original filling? It was not hot dog flavored. Invented in Schiller Park, April 6, 1930. What flavor was the original Twinkies filling? No multiple choice answers. You have to come up with this one all on your own and type it in.
I think I actually know this one, but now I just want to die. I'm not getting love for that gift.
Chris, let me look. Chris, what's your team name? Do you know offhand? Mr. Rice, Chris B. What is your team name tonight? Let me know so I can look. All right. Yeah, I figured you guys would hate this GIF, and I did it anyway. All right, thanks, Chris. I'll look into it. We're going to breeze through this because this is a 7 o'clock event, not super family-friendly answer here. Banana, the correct answer. Good job, those of you that said banana. Yeah, banana, the original. I'm sure they're still out there. We did cities of countries. I threw in one U.S. city, capital city question for y'all, just to bring it back home for those of us here in the United States or our friends in Canada. You're very close. You might know this. What is the capital city of the state of Pennsylvania? What is the capital city of the state of Pennsylvania? Just type that in, hit submit. What question did Chris ask me about? Portland Trailblazers, the system said wrong, but didn't see any points go up. Yeah, Chris, I'm not sure. I'm looking at it, and you're right. It just told me that it didn't get an answer from you. I don't know why. To answer the other half of your question, do you know when the system updates for points on our end? They should be automatic, Chris. So it seems like you just had the same issue with as Aaron there. But to give you an idea, this is just a little unpredictable because you didn't get Trailblazers, but you did get Raptors, and you got Kings. And I pulled this report before we did the rest. So I'm not exactly sure. But again, anytime it seems like it might not be working, I would just refresh. Oh, hey, Taco. All right, here we go. This one's always a fun one. Correct answer here, as half of you knew, is Harrisburg. Harrisburg, not Philadelphia, not Pittsburgh. Current city capital of Pennsylvania is Harrisburg. Good job. Half of you knew that. We'll move on. Question 24. For which 2010 film did Natalie Portman win her first and thus far only Academy Award? For which 2010 film did Natalie Portman win her first and thus far only Academy Award? What was the name of that 2010 film? No, I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you for asking. Christiane, I knew this non-Canadian knowledge would come in handy. Oh, I'm realizing these comments were from when I put up the hot dog Twinkie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
People were just randomly grossed out.
That's okay. You know, they can't all be Zac Efron, everyone. Oh, good guesses across the board here. 66% of you said Black Swan. We had a Garden State, Girl Interrupted, Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Wars. That was 1999 originally. What about Mary, Piano, Love Actually? All good guesses, but the correct answer is the one that most of you knew. Black Swan. I'm going to call it a social because it's late in the game, and that's pretty good. 66% of you. Great job. All right, we'll do question 25, and then we'll look at the standings once again. Which famous person's 1994 autobiography is titled A Long Walk to Freedom? What famous person's 1994 autobiography is titled A Long Walk to Freedom? So you can give me just a last name if you want, or a first and last, but I at least need a last name for this. What is the name of the famous person, 1994 autobiography, A Long Walk to Freedom? I know I said I don't want to know, but I do want to know what Nicole and Jen's drinking game is. We have our drinking games during Music Bingo. I don't know how many of you have played, but I know some of you have. And they're different. For Henry JBC, when he plays Music Bingo, and I'm only bringing these up because these are the drinking games I get to participate in rather than hosting. Whenever Henry JBC says, go ahead and mark that one off if you got it, we drink.
Yeah.
And whenever Bobby K says, next song.
Oh, Kevin just said next song.
Next song, yes, you know.
A comment on your shirt in there too.
Next song. Ollie, we like your shirt. Thank you, Jen. This is one of my favorite shirts. And I just got it from Christmas from my future father-in-law. I really enjoy it. All right, let's see what y'all thought. I'm going to put them up on the screen. So I forgot to do this earlier, but so do me a favor, everybody out there that hasn't played before, or if you're wondering how the system works, look at the YouTube stream right now. You can see on my screen here, whichever way I'm supposed to point, there are a whole bunch of answers, and obviously a lot of these are saying the same thing. A lot of you said Nelson Mandela. 51% of you gave me his first and last name, but look at the second answer. 13%. 9 people just wrote Mandela. Those people deserve points, so what I do on my end is I click on that answer, and here's how you can keep me honest. You know that I'm giving you points because you'll see it disappear. So right now it says Mandela. 9 people. I'm going to click on it, and it's gone. That means those people were just marked correct. That's why I sometimes tell you out there, hey, listen, if you don't see your answer on the screen, that means you got it right because I marked it right. Again, that's dependent on the internet. Sometimes it just doesn't get your answer. But if you sent in an answer and you don't see it, like right now, I'm marking that other one that was just slightly spelled wrong. You got points. Down at the bottom, Mandela with 2 L's. Mark that right. They got points. And now, everyone that's in there, which was 46 people total, got it right. Good job. Let's look at the standings one final time before we do the winners at the end. Jeff, still in first, holding that atop. Jeff has been playing pretty much every single day. And this is the first time, not only have you been at the top of the leaderboard, but you have just hung on. Mm-hmm. So good job. May I see your manager in second? Third's been moving a little bit. Cody Boom Nick in third place. Everybody else hanging tight.
There's a couple comments about the point values for those questions. If you said they were 300, but then they were 150.
Oh, I can change that right now.
Okay.
Good call, guys. I'm doing my best over here. There are a million things I do every single day with these. So thank you for letting me know. And that's one thing about this system is I can change it right now. So I don't know if it still shows on the screen, but I just made that question 300. So give me give me just 1 second. You're going to see these questions. We're not redoing them. I just have to go back real quick and change them to the amount of points I said they were worth. So once I do this, it's still got your answers in there. So it's automatically going to update those point values. So let me just do this, because if nothing else, I want to be a man of my word when it comes to the point values. So this one was, you were right, this somehow was set to 150. I just changed it to 300. And because of my flubub, you get to see this GIF again. Hooray! Is it in the comments? All right, I'll look. All right, now we're moving through. So you're welcome. We left that GIF. We are moving on to question 26. So we have 6 questions left technically, because we go to 31 since the first question today was a practice, and we have 30 questions total that actually count. So now, if you look in the top right-hand corner of the screen, it says 150 for whatever reason, but here's a cool thing with this system. I can click, I can check, and bada bing, bada boom, it's worth 300 points now. Mount Olympus is the highest mountain in which country? I just need the name of a country. Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in what country? Has to happen organically. Yes, Nicole, I know. As much as I want to know, I don't want to know. I'm looking at that, Gina. Kevin talking about dropping hot dogs. Good. Almost all of you knew this. Greece. In those Greek mythologies, they were always Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is the actual highest mountain in Greece. So good job. Question 27. What international sport, and that just means this sport is played in many different countries. What international sport is played in 7-minute periods called chukkahs? So if it was ice hockey, we call them periods. But in this sport, they are 7-minute periods, and they're called chukkahs. What sport are we talking about? Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, one very close. Marking that right. Ooh, are there more? Only one, so let's see. The correct answer here is polo. Polo. The one where you're on the horse and you're hitting it with the thing. Whatever the thing is called. I don't know. I just know about the chukkahs. So here we go. Question 28. Good job, the 17 of you who did that one. 28. Looking for the name of a fictional cat. What is the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the film Austin Powers International Man of Mystery? What is the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the original Austin Powers film? What up, mother chukkahs? Yes. Lindsay, I didn't plan to go back to the hot dog gif, but that's my fault for forgetting to change those points. And I just stood it on this one again, so I'll change it in just a second. I don't want to do it while you guys are answering. Uh-oh, somebody's awake.
Okay.
Just a little. He just woke up to decide if he wants to be awake or go back to sleep.
The one before was also 150.
All right, no worries. I'll change them. Don't you worry. So this one is already changed now. Just has to update. All right, let's see what you thought. All right. It's another example of one. A lot of questions I would be better as multiple choice just because of the spelling. But honestly, guys, I've been doing trivia for a really long time, and just doing multiple choice every single time hurts my soul a little. It's really tough to write a fun, hard multiple choice question. So doing these where you have to type them in makes it a little more difficult, a little more work on my end, a little more work on your end. But it allows us to do so many different types of questions. So thank you guys for your patience while we grade these. The correct answer here is, he did have hair at one point. Mr. Bigglesworth. Mr. Bigglesworth. All right. Question 29. I'm going to read this while I update the points. What 1980s hair band's performance contracts famously contained the provision calling for them to be provided backstage with a bowl of M&Ms from which all the brown candies had been removed? Very long question, but essentially one 1980s hair band stipulated in their contracts they wanted a bowl of M&Ms, but all the brown M&Ms had to be removed. Which 1980s hair band is famous for having this in their contract? Thank you. Yeah, it was tough to choose a GIF here without just doing another Simpsons one or like an actual 80s band, but I don't want to do an 80s band because I don't want to throw people off. So I went with the coolest 80s band there is. Alf. Yeah. Speaking of 80s, we have 80s music, movies, TV, pop culture trivia here in 47 minutes. So don't go anywhere, everyone. Come back and play.
The mean banter in the comments.
So the correct answer here is Van Halen. Van Halen. And there was a reason for this. As their manager put it, they put this crazy rider in their contract because if they went backstage and saw that all the brown M&Ms were removed, they knew that the venue actually read their contract and was probably taking care of all of the other things as well. So they did it part as, hey, listen, this is a thorough venue. Our safety is probably important because they cared about our M&Ms enough to read it. It wasn't, they've come out and said nobody hated brown M&Ms. Nobody thought they tasted different. They just did this specifically to see if the people paid attention to the contract. So now you know. Question 30. Oh, speaking of Simpsons gifts. Though he is famous using a stage name, what controversial musician's given name is Brian Warner? So I'm looking for a famous musician. I'm looking for their stage name, the name you would know them by. Their given name, their birth name is Brian Warner. What is the better known stage name, better known alias of musician, controversial musician, Brian Warner? Nicole, Rich Hanson's my brother-in-law. Not technically true, thank God for the law. Christy Ann Young, yeah, somebody had to go in and touch all their candy. I wonder if the next paragraph said whoever does this has to wear gloves. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna check your candy all right, but I'm gonna do it with my dirty ass hands. The reason they actually did this is brilliant. Jessica, yes. Thanks, Brad. Yep, yes. Thanks, babe. Brian. All right, here we go. Let me do this before I do anything else. Click on this. Go to 300. All right, cool. So the correct answer here, a lot of you knew, some of you spelled it wrong. It was and is Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson. Real name Brian Warner. Definitely just some typos in here. So a lot of you got this. All right. Final question is 31. This is the final question. It is still a type in your own answer. I think this is the toughest question of the night. We'll see what you think. I'm looking for the name of a famous boxer. Name of a famous boxer. Once again, you can just give me their last name if you'd like, or you can give me their first and last name, but you can't just give me their first name. I need at least a last name. Who is the only American boxer to win more heavyweight title fights than Muhammad Ali? So Muhammad Ali, easily one of the most famous boxers of all time, but one individual, one American boxer has won more heavyweight title fights than Muhammad Ali. Who is it? Claire, I'll go back and look. Yeah. That guy from the Wonder Years. I like this gift. Oh, we do not have a reverse social. We almost did. Somebody can think that. So once again, when I show the answer, it's going to tell you both names, but if you just gave me the last name, you got points. I did mark those right. So let's take a look at what you thought. 13 of you said Mike Tyson. 11 people said George Foreman. 8 people Joe Louis. Some more Tyson. Evander Holyfield. Sonny Liston. Mayweather. Joe Frazier. The correct answer here. Oh, let me go down to the bottom. The correct answer is Louis. Joe Louis. So I see one more Louis at the bottom. I'm marking right now. Joe Louis, the correct answer. The only person to win more heavyweight title fights than Muhammad Ali. Many other great boxers, but he holds that record. So congratulations, everybody. We made it all the way through. Once again, we're offering this trivia up in this online format. We're doing the best that we can. I know and I understand that there are technical glitches sometimes. If it was something that I could fix easily, I would do it. But the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, it does happen sometimes. I'm not taking away from the fact that it is frustrating. If I was in your seat, I would be frustrated. But please work with us and understand that we're using this system to deliver what I think is a great opportunity to keep yourself entertained at night for free, hanging out. So thank you for your patience. We do our best to make this work for you guys. And I know that you guys appreciate it. And thanks for being here. So let's see who did win tonight. Final standings at the end. We'll see if anything's changed or if Jeff was able to hang on all the way through. After 8 rounds. Judge's decision.
Tacos.
Oh, Jeff will never hear the end of it.
Oh, man.
It's been on taco the whole time. Good. May I see your manager? Tommy up there in first, followed by Jen, just about 151 points behind. Team ARE in third. ARE. ARE? What's the place you used to work? What was that?
Ailey.
Ailey. Okay, never mind.
I was like, I didn't work at REI.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie Madram, I see you out there. So all these standings will rotate through everybody. You can see exactly where you landed. Thank you to everybody that played with us tonight. Again, thank you for your patience. This is not a perfect system, but it is much better than, in my opinion, absolutely no system and not being able to play trivia. So I do appreciate and I feel your frustrations, but please do continue to come back and play with the best option that we have. We do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and you can join us in 40 minutes for 1980s pop culture, all your favorite TV shows, movies, music, and other fun things that happened in the 1980s. That's coming up here in 40 short minutes, 9 o'clock Central Time.
Aww.
We will see you then. Wash your damn hands.